it's Robin, Artist Island Crafts, and welcome to Advent 2025. This year I'm running my Advent series just slightly differently. My goal this month is to post 24 shorter videos showcasing quick projects that you can make in time for Christmas or for gifts throughout the year. Since it is Christmas time, I will try to use mostly Christmas style fabrics, but you can use any fabric you like. Now, as the first video, there will be a little bit extra talking, but I'm going to do my best to keep it to a minimum. And at the end of this video, on screen, description box, possibly even in the pinned comment. And while today's video is meant to be a quicker video with just a basic knowledge of the project, I will be linking it to a previous tutorial that is longer and has more of the step-by-step tips and tricks, so anyone who needs a little extra help can refer back to that video to hopefully make sewing your project a little bit easier. Today we're starting out with a coin pouch. I do have a very popular coin pouch tutorial that helps you to feel hopefully more confident sewing a zipper into a project. While I am making a coin pouch, you can change these numbers and make any size pouch you like. I have two outer fabrics. I'm using quilting cotton that are 4.5 tall and 6.5 wide. I have two lining fabrics that are also quilting cotton. This is more of a tropical Santa. And cardinals are very important to my family. I'm going to be using fusible fleece. I cut these at 4.5 by 6.5, so all 6 pieces are the same measurement. First thing I want to do is adhere the fusible fleece to the back of my outside pieces. Sticky side up, you can feel the roughness. Wrong side of the fabric touching that rough glue side. Just follow the directions for adhering it. Now my zipper is wider than the width of my project by a couple of inches. Makes it easier to sew if the zipper is wider than your project. So I have right sides together, and then I'll take the right side of my lining, paying attention if your lining and your fabrics are directional. You want to make sure that they're right side up. Line up on the edge and at the top. I'm using quilting clips. You can use pins if you like. And we'll take it over to the sewing machine. Now, because I am sewing a zipper in, I will be switching to my zipper foot. I like to sew the zipper with the teeth up, so I will be sewing it from the back. I'm using white thread. And I like to use a 2.0 stitch length. For ease of sewing, I am using a nylon zipper. All measurements will be down below in the description box. A nylon zipper allows me to easily cut through it with my scissors and to also sew through it with my sewing machine. So when I take it over to the iron, I will press both sides away from the zipper. Try to avoid leaving your iron too long on the zipper because you could melt the teeth, but just a quick little touch is going to be safe. Set your pouch back on your table with the outer fabric right side up. Take your backing fabric and you want to put the right sides together. I want to line it up on the side and then on the top across the zipper. Put in your pins or clips. Same thing on this side. Turn it over to the lining side. Take your lining fabric again, right sides together, and we're going to line it up on the top of the zipper and on the sides. Again, line everything up on the top and the sides. Take it back and we'll sew this side the same way. I've again pressed it away from my zipper on the outer fabric and the lining. You can put some clips along here to hold it into place. I do top stitch through both the outer fabric and the lining. Lift my needle and come right along this way. There's my top stitching. Remove any loose threads and trim your threads. Now at this point, if our zipper is larger than our pouch, we want to make sure our zipper pull goes towards the center. Anything on the outside of your pouch fabric is going to be cut off. So you want to make sure that zipper pulls in the center. I want to separate my outer fabrics from my lining fabrics so it looks like this. Then I'll add some clips to hold it in place. I'll be taking this over to the sewing machine and stitching around. I like to use a 3/8 inch seam allowance. I will be leaving an opening here on the lining. I just want to make sure it's a couple of inches in from each corner, so it can vary depending on the size of your pouch. Back stitch here, stitch all the way around. I do like to back stitch on the zipper. And then back here, leaving that opening. I switch back to my standard presser foot, and I'm also switching down to a 2.0 stitch length. Back stitch just to lock those stitches. Go slow when you get to the zipper. You want to make sure your needle's not going to get dinged on anything. Back stitch. Leave your needle down in the corner when you pivot around. Leave yourself enough of an opening to turn the pouch and backstitch. I like to trim all four corners just about 1/8 of an inch or so away from that seam line, just to reduce the bulk of that extra bit of fabric in the corners. You can also trim your zippers. I like to trim them just even with the pouch. I do like to leave some extra fabric here at the bottom of my lining just because it makes it easier when I turn everything right side out. So everything's on the inside and ready to go through the little opening. I like to grab for one of the corners. The smaller the pouch, the smaller the opening tends to be. A larger pouch, you can leave larger of an opening. Once you have everything looking nice, take it over and give it a good press. And you want to just go along the edge of the fabric here, and you want to go just past your opening. Go through and trim our threads. Now these little coin pouches are fun little gifts as is, but they're also nice gifts if you're giving a gift card or a gift of money. You can add in that little extra handmade gift. Put your lining back in, tuck it down into the corners. And now you have a fun little coin pouch. I like to add a little tassel to my zipper pouch just to finish off. In my Amazon storefront, I do have these tassels linked. See you on Advent Day 2. See you tomorrow. Bye.